G'day guys, I'm AJ and welcome to Guinea Films. This is the third video about what I think happened in between Lion King 1 and Lion King 2, you know, in the last days of that drought. This video won't make any sense if you haven't watched my last two videos, so please go and watch them. There should be a link in the description down below. I'm pretty much just going to start right off where I started. If this video stops suddenly, if I suddenly stop talking without really finishing my sentence or something, that is probably because my memory is either full or my battery is flat. I apologise. I will fix that one day, but at the moment you're just going to have to deal with. Sorry that I don't have a very interesting visual at the moment. Please put your comments down below about what you think I should do for a good visual. Put anything down below, I'll listen. And I'm just going to start pretty much right where I left off. And so we were talking about Nee and how Serafina offered for him to go back with them to the Pride Lands, suggesting that he had done that before, possibly, and also suggesting that Serafina knew him. I believe that they had a romantic relationship, and that this is Nala's dad. Now, it's very mysterious about who Nala's dad could have been, because there were only two males in actual Lion King movie, and that was Scar and Mufasa. And she doesn't look to be Mufasa's daughter, because she looks nothing like Mufasa, and she looks nothing like Scar. Doesn't act like either of them either. She's much smarter and just awesomer than they are. Nala is one of my favourite characters, if you didn't already notice. I guess Mufasa would make sense, but it would also be kind of disturbing, even if they are lions. Just feel better if Simba and Nala weren't brother and sister. So I definitely think that Nee is her dad, but she didn't. I translated his name. I actually have translated all the lions' names that I know of from Swahili to what they are, and his name meant "is it?" And I say yes, it is Nala's dad. I love that Nala has a dad. And no, I do not think that this is the one for the lion guard. It would just make no sense for it to be that lion. He pretty much just looked like someone that looked like Kion, and you didn't need to explain Kion's genetics, because he pretty much looks almost the same as Simba, except he's a little bit yellower. But you did not need to explain his genetics. And let us fans theorize about Nee. Don't just ruin the idea by plotting this guy in this canon thing. You did it so randomly, and there was just no reason other than proving us wrong. And P.S. I'm going to make a video about how Lion Guard makes no sense and how I can make it make sense at the same time. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to make a video about how Lion Guard can be canon, and yet some of the things that it says in it isn't exactly true. And I'm going to do that soon. But let's get talking about Nee. So I believe what happened after Nee was a rogue lion, he went back and was rogue, and he went into the place, and he found the place beyond the Pride Lands. He went beyond the Pride Lands, and he found this group of lionesses without a leader. They didn't have a male, so they had no way to multiply, and they had no real way to, what's it called, like to get to be a bigger and to be a successful pride because they had no multiplier. Of course they had a small cub that was a boy called Chumby, who had left his pride to find his own pride at a young age. Now Chumby is a very interesting character. He was also mentioned in the exact same current comic that Nee is, and he is just pretty much Simba and Nala's friend. I believe that he left the pride when Scar was ruling before the drought. He was kind of just suspicious about Scar, especially the way Scar looked at him, and Scar thought of him as something that could stop him from ruling because he was a boy, and boys normally rule in lion prides. And so Scar kind of maybe frightened him or something, but also in a way that other people couldn't get suspicious of him. I don't really know exactly what happened. But eventually Chumby just did not at all like Scar, just didn't trust him, and ended up leaving the Pride Lands, like, in his teen kind of years, maybe not teen years, whatever you call your in-between, you're just before teen years. Like, humans, that's 12-year-olds, and 12 years and 11 years and 10 years, but I don't know what that's called. That year, those years, he left that place, but he didn't, I know it sounds kind of weird for a young